Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Blu-ray Hunter. I'm your host, the Blu-ray Hunter, Jonathan Moody, and I've got an interesting show for you guys. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I just did like literally two videos back to back, both being longer than this is gonna be. This is gonna be pretty short, but short, sweet, and to the point. So we're gonna talk about probably one of my favorite movies, and this is a collection, well, not collection, showcase video, where I showcase a movie or a box set or something that I really, really, really like and love and want to share with everybody. And this is probably one of my favorite films of all time, and it's definitely my favorite Tarantino movie of all time that he's written. Now, my favorite movie he's directed is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but this one I would love. So let me showcase this. So you get this nice little box. Now, I got the one that just has the 4K. There is one that's a little bit more expensive from Arrow that has the 4K and the Blu-ray, but I have the Blu-ray already, so I don't need it necessarily, and I wanted the 4K so badly. But look at all that. Got a lot of stuff all on one disc anyway. So that's pretty cool. So you get this like cool little hardcover. You do some little ASMR on this shit, cardboard. Um, and then it says right there, you can read that, hopefully. And then you put that, like I said, it's got, okay, let me go through the special features it has. New 4K restorations of the theatrical cut and the director's cut. I'm a big fan of the theatrical cut, more. From the original camera negatives by Arrow Films, limited edition packaging with reversible sleeve. It's got a reversible sleeve, so it's got that classic like looking one. And I think it's even got the original classic one. Yeah, so you could do that one too, which I think I'm gonna do because the other one's already in there like that. That's actually pretty neat. I don't know why I did it the other way. I just didn't play around with it. Yeah, look at that. That is so cool. Um, so then it's got limited edition packaging. Okay. 60-page bound booklet. That's this. Or ooh, wait, there's more stuff in here. Okay, get to those in a little bit, but any more? Any more? There's one more, I think. Okay. So just the book, and then there's pictures, stuff. And I mean, cool as that. Just stills from the movie, and it's great, great stuff. Classic. Dennis Hopper, man, he kills in this movie. Well, I'm going to talk about this movie in a second. I've done a longer version of talking about it on, if I'm correct, on Film Freaks. When I was by myself during COVID, we were doing Film Freaks and we wanted to put stuff out. So Paul and I did our own movies before we figured Zoom out. We did our own ones, and I think he had somebody, but I still couldn't get anybody at the time. I could have probably gotten Jackie, um, but for some reason I did not. Maybe I'll do it again at some point, and I'll have Jackie watch it with me. I don't think did she see it? She might have, because I love this movie and I would show anybody. But yeah, so there you go. Um, it's got that, some stills stuff. Oh, what this is a little ad advertisement for one of their films. Stuff. This is when he's Trying scaring the crap out of Bronson Pinchot when Bronson was all linked up to the cops. He wired to the cops. There's that. The phone booth sex scene. Lots of them together. I like that. Those are my two favorite peoples, Clarence and Alabama. There you go. So those are pretty cool. Go back to the special features. I mean, a lot of the special features are stuff that's already been there. I don't know. You see anything new? Um, 2008 Maxim Oral History featuring interviews with the cast and crew, and Edgar Wright's 2012 eulogy for Tony Scott. I don't remember seeing that. I need to check that out. Double-sided poster. I do have the poster. Yes. So bear with my really nasty stuff, but if you see the poster right on my wall there. Yep. All right. So ah, ooh, sorry about that. Focus. All right. So there you go. So True Romance. It's also got all the stuff that's on the Blu-ray, which is like the audio commentaries and new interview with co-composers Mark Messina and John Van Tongerson. New interview with Larry Taylor, author of Tony Scott, a filmmaker on fire. Deleted scenes with optional commentary by Tony Scott. Alternate ending with commentaries by Tony Scott and Quentin Tarantino. There's also a Quentin Tarantino commentary. Honestly, I might go to sleep tonight listening to the commentary track on this movie because I absolutely adore the commentary track with Tarantino on this. I wish he would do more commentary tracks. I know, like, I think he's just doesn't like talking about his movies once they're done because, like, once they're kind of out already for a while and stuff because he already does the interviews and he talks about a lot of the same stuff. So, but his commentary in this is just one of the best things I've ever heard. He makes people who have never worked on a film before or wrote a film before understand what it takes to write a film. And I really adore that commentary track. I think he did one with a bunch of other people for Reservoir Dogs or it was Pulp Fiction. I'm not sure, but whatever it was, it's not on the newer stuff. So either I'm just remembering bullshit or it happened and they just didn't put it on for like the Blu-rays or the 4Ks or anything. Um, I think it might have been on the DVD or something. So, but I could be wrong. I could completely be wrong. So don't quote me on that. Um, yeah, this is just a great set. I mean, uh, yeah, I absolutely love this film and the lobby card postcards and just everything just blows me away. Just like this movie is by far one of my favorite movies of all time. In fact, if you look at that collection of posters, they're sort of in order of my favorite movies, and it goes Ed Wood, then True Romance. I don't know what it is about this movie, but I can watch this movie over and over and over again and not get bored. I love it. It's got the most amazing cast. Like if you have not seen this movie, it's got one of the most amazing casts in it. A lot of them before they were even like big, but it's got like Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt plays one of the funniest characters. He plays just the stoner who's on the fucking couch and he's just dealing with all these different people coming into the house. Bad guys, good guys, whatever. And he's just like, yo, man, you guys want to do some bong hits? And it's just like such a funny, like stoner character. And then he's like, yeah, man, get some cereal when you go out. Don't forget, blah, blah. Yeah, like it's such a funny roommate kind of scenario with Michael Rappaport. Who I adore Michael Rappaport. Not the Michael Rappaport from Greasy Strangler, not that one, but the Michael Rappaport that was like who played like I think he played Benvolio in Romeo and Juliet and stuff. I just absolutely adore uh True Romance. So if you haven't seen it, it's pretty much I don't even want to say anything to give it away. Like I literally believe that if you other than like me telling you like Brad Pitt, Val Kilmer, I don't even want to tell you about Val Kilmer plays James Gandolfini from Tony Soprano, let's see, there is a whole boatload of people. Gary Oldman, oh my God, Gary Oldman, best, honestly, best role. I mean, he's played Dracula, he's played all these other roles, and him playing Drexel was probably my favorite character he's ever played. Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, God, she's so beautiful. Um, so many great people in this movie. If you haven't seen it, I would go and buy it. Buy it. Don't even rent it. Buy it. Don't even watch it somewhere. Buy it. Buy the damn movie. Buy it on this, like on Arrow's 4K, because this is by far one of the best movies to own. Now, you're probably like, why didn't you put that as first? And honestly, it's just because I've been doing this sort of out of order of anything. I'm just kind of like, oh, what should I do a spotlight on now? Oh man, I should probably talk about one of my favorite movies and tell people how to buy it. And I really like movies like this, like Apocalypse Now had some really cool stuff with it, and Miami Connection was very well done. This is just, I mean, look, just all that. So cool, so cool. You're so cool. You're so cool. Like, if you haven't seen this movie, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I remember the first time I was gonna watch it. Um, it was with my parents, and we started it. I got kind of bored, and I left. And when I left, that's when all the action and sex and all this other stuff happened. Missed. And then years later, I got to watch it for the first time, and I was like, "Oh my God, this movie is amazing." Just really well done. Very fun, enjoyable. And like I said, it's like really cool, like little cover right here, box. Um, so thank you, Arrow, for putting this out and for people to be able to go check it out. Buy it on 4K, buy it on Blu-ray. I don't care how you buy it on DVD. Just buy it and watch it. If you don't have a Blu-ray player, don't have a 4K player, go watch it on DVD. I don't care. It's such a great movie. It doesn't matter where you watch it. If it's on streaming, fine. If you want to check it out and see if you like it, um, I'll say this: this has so many fantastic stars in it. Like Tony Scott, the director, put so many freaking stars in this movie. Dennis Hopper. I mean, I just mentioned a bunch. And I think Tom Sizemore was in this. The late Tom Sizemore. I'm sad he's no longer with us. Could be wrong, but I think he's in it. I think he plays one of the cops. But anywho, the point is, this was a great movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it because you're gonna love it. If you don't love it, I'll be surprised because I mean maybe it's not for everybody, but it and the greatest thing that I ever heard Quentin Tarantino say was somebody says, "Why don't you make a love story?" And I guess I did. It's called True Romance. And they go, "No, no, no, one without violence." And he goes, why does it need to have not have violence? Like that doesn't necessarily mean that, and why does he have to make a movie that doesn't have violence? Like, why must he do that to be a filmmaker? No, he can make whatever the fuck he wants. And I sort of agree with him. Like, make what the fuck you want. If you want to make a movie, a violent rom-com, you know, fucking make a violent rom-com. If you want to make just go out and make something fun, and this movie is fun. This movie is like one of the most fun. Now, I read here, I own, and it's somewhere in my desk, the script for True Romance before. Tony Scott directed it, and it's Tarantino's script, so it's out of order and stuff. And it was Tony's idea to make it linear, and I like that because I read it. I'm like, if I'd seen this, like if Tarantino had directed True Romance, I probably wouldn't have liked it. But since he didn't direct it, Tony Scott did, I liked what Tony did. I mean, Tony took the script and made it his own, and I love that. So, once again, if you haven't seen this, check it out. You're gonna love it. And if you have seen it, let me know what you think. All right, so thank you guys for checking this out and hope you enjoyed it. Bye.